I'm going to play a bit of a game with you now. It's called Name Association. I'm going to give you some sentences, some descriptors, and you tell me who best suits that description. TNA locker room only if you could, and you cannot say yourself. And the first sentence I've got for you is funniest person in the locker room.
Had to be Road Dog, BG James.
Jokes or just general manner?
Just all around. I mean, he, yeah, no matter what was going on, he can always make you laugh. But I also have to add on to that Eric Young. Eric Young is a funny guy, man.
With Eric Young, I always hear that Eric Young was basically like the most talented wrestler in the company. Or, could be argued that because he could actually turn his hand to anything, serious, funny, whatever. And he never really was ever pushed in any sort of meaningful way long term.
Yeah, I mean, Eric could do anything, and he proved that. I remember because I was close with Eric. We were on the road together every week, and he would always tell us. He said, "Whatever I can do it. I can do it all. I can do it anything." And not in a cocky way. He was just saying, "Whatever they give me," he said, "I can make it work." And as a babyface, he said, "I could go out there and be like a Hulk Hogan if I had to." And I might have just kind of passed it by at the time, but it was true. I mean, every platform they gave him and said, "You go out there and make this work." Eric did it, and like you said, whether he's a babyface, whether he's a heel, and then just to be around the guy. I mean, he's just an entertaining guy. I mean, hell, if they just told him to go out there and be himself, it would be entertaining.
And a good fisherman as well, I believe, or is it hunter? I can never remember which.
Yeah, he did his own fishing show.
Yes, that's it. I knew it was something like that. Next one is last man standing at the bar.
Oh, wow. And you said I can't say me?
Yeah, I'm afraid not.
Even if I thought of days with myself, I'd have to say that the one guy that was always standing beside me was Abyss.
Fine answer. The most beautiful woman wrestler / valet, etc. in real life.
Oh, I'd have to say Gail, and I might be biased with that, but just all around great person. Gail was. I loved my conversations with her, whether it was about life, about business. We shared a lot about the business. But that girl, she's just a beautiful, beautiful person.
Yeah, definitely. Biggest bully.
Well, Bully Ray.
Oh well, you can't ask for a better answer than that, I suppose. Most legit, tough, badass.
Uh, I might have to go with Abyss on that one too.
Really?
Yeah,
he seems like
we
a
came
gentle
from
guy.
Yeah, he is. But you get on his bad side, and it comes out. So, but yeah, you'll hear that about him. He's the sweetest, nicest guy. You may even call him the gentle giant. But we came from the same area, came up in the business together. So I saw some dumbasses try to test him a few times, and he took care of business. So I would just have to take that over into the TNA locker room. It was really hard to say back then because I just felt like we had such a good locker room. Nobody was really trying to test the other, but yeah, when put to it, I would put him up on top of the list.
Well, that might actually come up. Abyss might come up in a future question. So hold on to that name. Who've we got? Smelliest wrestler.
That might have to be Abyss.
Okay, then.
He's taking the cake on a lot of these.
I didn't even think you were going to say that until the words left my mouth. Biggest stooge for the dirt sheets.
I don't know firsthand on this, but I've heard Terry Taylor was very involved in things like that. Now that I cannot back that up. I've just heard that in stories from others that Terry was definitely in their ear. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure, but That's all I could really think of because I didn't know anybody personally that was making some phone calls.
No, that's interesting. That is an interesting answer I've never had before. Who was ultimately the most talented wrestler you ever shared the ring with? 6 or 4-sided?
In the TNA locker room, I would have to say AJ would probably be at the top of the list. But I also have to throw in there Bobby Roode as well. I always thought Bobby Roode was one of the most talented out there. Could get anything over. And I kind of feel like, I mean, I hope he's making all the money he can possibly make right now, but I feel like they're missing the boat on Bobby Roode. That WWE could really do something with him.
It's funny that you said AJ Styles and Bobby Roode, because I'm led to believe that when those two were in the Royal Rumble match together, the most recent one, the crowd chanted TNA. I thought that was a funny touch.
I heard it. I looked right at my wife, and we kind of laughed at each other because, and that was only a matter of seconds, and the crowd picked up on it. So that just tells you right there what they remember.
Yeah. Biggest pothead.
Oh, good Lord. I got a list for you on that one. Yeah, I'll leave that one.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. The most underrated wrestler in TNA?
Yeah, I'd have to go with Eric Young. I feel like, kind of what I said before. I mean, given the situation, he'd make it work. And I just don't know if he was ever really given that his due. They did push him at times and took him to the top, but it wasn't long lived. So, Eric was underrated at the time.
Do you think he was tarred with the brush of good hand? But that can also sort of be like a blessing and a curse in a certain sense.
He could have been, because I think they finally woke up and realized that if anybody could get anything over, it'd be Eric. So, I mean, hell, that guy got out and put on a turkey suit for Thanksgiving and made it work. So, he made it entertaining.
I've got a couple more then. Best and worst road agents.
Oh, I like Dutch. Dutch Mantel was good. I felt like he brought a lot of experience to the table, and he was also part of the old regiment. So I consider myself old school. So a lot of what he said was going to make more sense to me. So Dutch would be a good one. Also, in later years, I felt like Simon Diamond, Pat Kenny, was a really good agent for our matches, and I had been in the ring with Pat many times, so he knew strengths, weaknesses, things like that, so he could really throw his 2 cents into the match.